Hello, I'm Juliette Ferguson, Jette Ferguson with Sotheby's International Realty, and I'm here for a second round with Gregg Wutke, going by Gregg, and he's with ADT Alarm Systems, which is probably I think the biggest alarm company around.
Absolutely, yes.
So, just curious, because we've already talked about a lot of things on the previous video, but does this sign in the yard do anything?
Well, we figured out that there are 5 major components to an alarm system,
Okay.
5 objectives. And the very first one is what we call deterrence.
Okay.
And by having that yard sign in your front yard and the stickers in the window,
Okay.
most crooks, when they'll come up and they'll see that there's an alarm system here, they're going to move on to another house. Because then they figure, well, why bother? Because the alarm system's there.
Right, okay.
Our second one is to minimize loss, so that if they do try to break in, that alarm is going off, all heck is breaking loose, that siren's going, they're
Yeah.
not going to stick around because they know the police are on their way.
Mm-hmm.
They've been notified.
Okay.
The third one is what we call avoiding confrontation. You never ever want to, if you ever walk up to your house and you see the doors broken or the windows broken, do not go in the house.
Police.
Dial 911, get them there first, let them go in and clear the house.
Absolutely.
So, and that's another thing, it's early warning. If ADT, someone breaks in, the alarm's gonna go off, you're gonna hear it in the house, or you're gonna know, so you won't walk in.
Right.
Because you don't wanna meet these guys.
No,
The
I
next
don't.
one, the next one is what we call life safety, and this is very, very important. This is where we have monitored smoke detectors, heat detectors, and carbon monoxide detectors.
Oh.
And this is huge, because people don't realize that a small little fire doubles in size every 30 seconds. Within 2 minutes, half your house can be engulfed. So it's something that with our devices, everyone's got smoke detectors in their home, but they don't tell anybody anything if there's nobody home.
Do they have to be hardwired connected, or can
No.
they? No.
They're wireless, and they go back to our communicators, and then as soon as it catches that first little whiff of smoke or carbon monoxide, it's sending that signal to our dispatch center. They're on the phone calling you, and they're on the phone calling the fire department. And the fire department will tell you, if they get early warning like that, they got a real good chance of saving the house.
I think we bought the fire thing from you, but I wonder if we bought the. Remind me to check the
The carbon
CO
monoxide?
monitor. I'm not
That's right.
sure, because that's a really good idea. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people actually die from. They don't
Carbon
wake
monoxide
up.
poisoning.
They don't
That's
smell it.
Well, you got about 10 minutes, and then you're done. And you don't know.
Right.
You just never wake up.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that once before, about the app that you can get on your phone.
The pulse system, right?
So all of that is going to be there. It's going to warn you right there on your phone. You
Okay.
can arm and disarm and like that. And so it'll tell you what's happening around the house, which is our 5th objective: observing and controlling events in and around your home.
Okay, awesome. So I got something in the mail, and I was asking you, and I wanted to bring it up here because it says ADT, and so it even looks like that your logo, and then it says protect your home, and I've actually had like people call from this company, come to the door, and it sounds like they work with ADT.
Well, ADT, they're basically ADT franchisees. So
Okay.
they've contracted with the company that they sell us the monitoring so they can use our logo. But they're not ADT. They don't necessarily use the same equipment that we use. They don't do the same things that we do. It's just that in the end,
And they could charge any different amount,
They could
but
charge-
they might not have the same monitoring.
Exactly. And one of the things that you always want to do is, if anyone comes up to your door and they say they're from ADT, make sure that you can check their ID card.
I'm gonna do that. I have people come up to our door in Seaside.
And you can actually go onto our website, adt.com/verify, and make sure that they are an ADT employee. And one thing that I will say is, my installers, my service representatives, and salesmen like myself, we've all been extensively background checked,
Sure.
bonded, insured, drug tested. I trust my guys. When they walk into your house, they're not walking out with something else.
Well, I have had people knock on the door, and I honestly feel like they're casing the house when they're selling an alarm, and I'm like, who are you?
Yes. Well, there's a...
Not saying anything bad about this company. I just don't know them.
Well, you can actually go on our website and download this little PDF about fraud and what people might be saying to pretend to be ADT. Now, last year...
Because that's a huge thing.
Well, last
get
year
phone calls.
there's another company, I won't mention who they are, but they had to pay ADT over $10 million because they were false representing themselves as ADT. And it was they were using deceptive sales practices. So that's something that you really want to watch out for, because if it's not ADT,
Yeah, I mean, I don't like false representation.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
No.
So,
So,
yeah,
and
you're
then
Better
there's-
Business Bureau, and you've been in business 142 years. You're not even old enough.
Well, but no, we can honestly say that we've been securing homes and businesses for over 100 years.
That's
we
awesome.
are the largest alarm company. And when anyone says security, what's the first name you think of?
ADT.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
become like the acronym for security.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a good reason for that because we've been around for a long time. Our reputation is great,
Yeah.
and we do a good job. I mean, when my service techs go into your house to install an alarm system, they're very respectful of your
Yeah.
house. They're going to wear shoe covers to make sure they don't scuff the floor. They're going to clean up after themselves. And each of our installers, we have an average amount of like 9 years training on the job.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not just like some new guy being thrown out there and
Right.
how do I do this? They know what they're doing.
So let's say we work with buyers and sellers in the home sale
Mm-hmm.
market, and I have a buyer right now in Marina. He has an ADT system, and he was asking me about it. I gave him your phone number. Hopefully he calls you.
Right.
But it's not hard to just re-hook it up, right?
Well, no, it's not. But once again, that's where I would go out to the house, look at the system to make sure, because it might have been like from 15 years ago.
Okay.
So it may not be current. So I always try to utilize whatever system is there within the quote so that we don't have to redo a lot of stuff.
They can save some money. Yeah.
They can save a bunch
Okay.
of money. And
Yeah.
I'm really all about helping people save money,
Yeah.
but still give them the right kind of coverage that's going to help protect their home and their family. I mean, let's face it, Jette. What I sell is peace
Of mind. I was just
Peace
going
of
to say
mind.
that. Speaking of that, peace of mind dog rescue is best. Okay. So, yeah, but I am really concerned about alarms, and I deal with so many people, and I get questions when we're showing buyers a house. Does the seller own the house, or own the house? Do they own the alarm system, or are they leasing it? Because that's a difference too.
Well,
If you take over, they could take over a lease,
They
right?
could, basically, no, they would start it up as a new contract. We only do 2-year contracts in California with ADT.
So what if somebody buys and the owner doesn't own the equipment? It's leased.
So basically, like any other appliance,
Yeah.
once it's been installed in the house, it becomes part of the house.
Oh,
So we're not going to come there and start taking down, sensors and that sort of stuff. No, it's going to stay there. And I'll
Oh.
always go there first and check, is the system viable? Has it been working? Is it in good shape? And if so, great, then you can
that's
just
great
take it
news.
over.
I thought if it was leased, it was taken away and
Nope,
then.
not at all.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So again, this is our second time meeting and we're out of time again.
Wait, we have so much more to talk about.
It's fun, I know. So anyway, this is Gregg Wutke with ADT Alarm System
Security services.
and his phone number, this is a cell phone again, is 831-241-0693. That's area code 831-241-0693. You could also find it on our website under vendors and contractors that we recommend. Thank you so
And
much for coming.
Once again, just to reiterate a
Yeah.
little bit, is like I've actually lived here on the peninsula for
Oh,
38
right.
years.
I love that you're local.
So
Yeah.
I've been here. I know this area
Yeah,
very, very well.
exactly.
And so I'm not some guy coming in from somewhere else.
Right.
But, I'm local. And what I tell my company, my customers is not only do they get a wonderful security system, but they get me.
Yeah.
Because I'm always
And
available
your
by
cell phone.
I'm available by phone, pretty much anytime.
That's awesome.
So
Yes, I have called you on
Yes,
very
ma'am.
numerous occasions. Thank you again for coming.
yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay.